What's up guys, MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. This video is going to be breaking down the new career mode / online championship video that was released by EA today. If you want to check out the original video, go ahead and click the link in the description. I want to thank you guys for all the support, all the new subscribers, all the likes. You guys have been head kicking that like button, and if you want to see more videos on this channel and you want to support the channel, continue to head kick that like button. Getting things started off here in this video, it goes over the career mode to start off with, and they finally answer a question that I've been asked quite a bit in my comments, which is, can you use a roster fighter in career mode? Well, the answer to that is yes. You can use a roster fighter in career mode as well as a calf, and not only can you do career mode with male fighters, but you can also do that with female fighters, calves, and roster fighters, which brings us to some new fighters that I saw in this video. If you saw any of the ones that I do not list, make sure to leave those in the comments. We saw a bunch of new female fighters, one Felice Herrig. We also saw later in the video Uriah Hall and the return of Bruce Lee. Also in one of the menus I saw OSP, and that is very, very good to see. Let me know any of the other new fighters that you saw in the video. They then go on to talk about the career and where it starts. You start off in the Ultimate Fighter. You have to prove yourself, and then you eventually try to win the Ultimate Fighter, which starts out your UFC career. Once in the career, it's a whole new type of system where you can select different fights and gain fans and popularity, and also take fights on short notice, which will actually be harder fights because you won't have as much time to train, but that's going to give you a bigger reward if you do take those fights and win them. So that's pretty cool, mixing things up a bit. There's also brand new training camps where you can choose where to train, and you can choose whether or not to go light or hard. And if you do go hard, you're going to get more attribute points, but the trade-off is that you can actually do some wear and tear on your fighter and get injured, which those injuries will then carry on to your fight. So that's going to be interesting for sure, and again adds another layer of something to that career to make it even more deep and not as just linear and the same thing over and over. When you have injuries and stuff like that could pop up, it keeps you guessing and it keeps you interested. The other thing that you're going to be able to do in career mode is fight challenges with specific objectives, meaning like score X amount of leg kicks, parries, and stuff like that, and then you will be rewarded if you meet those objectives and complete those challenges. So that's another thing to make that career mode that much more deep. Now, getting into my favorite part of the video, they go over the ranked championships. This is the online ranked mode, my favorite mode by far. If you guys follow the channel, I'm sure that you know that, especially also from my Twitch streams over at twitch.tv/MMAGame. Definitely go head over there. The streams for this next game are going to be off the hook. I got some really cool stuff planned, so definitely head on over to twitch.tv/MMAGame. But they're doing a whole type of new stuff for the ranked championships in this game now. Your divisions with the belts are still going to be there. You're still going to have all of the belts moving up from white belt all the way up to red belt. But the difference is that it will not be tied to a season with 10 linear fights in the season. It's actually going to be just something on its own, so one fight isn't going to drastically alter your belt ranking. It's going to be, I think, more based on like points and stuff like that. So that's good. And also what they've added, which is amazing, is the all new title chase mode, which is really cool. It's actually something similar that was in EA MMA. It's where you start as a prospect, you win a couple fights, you make your way to a contender, and once you're in contender, it'll actually search for other contenders or champions, and then you can then have a 5-round title fight online. I cannot wait for those online title fights. Those are going to be insane. We got the lights. There's a whole new thing for those title fights, and the title fights are just going to feel so much different. There's going to be so much more on the line. Once two champions fight, only one of them leaves with the belt, so if you have the belt and lose it, well, then you got to start back over into contender and build your way up. So there's a lot more on the line, a lot more pressure, and that definitely adds to the online experience. I mean, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for 5 rounds. It's a whole different type of strategy as well. You really have to, it's like a real fight. You got to conserve your stamina more. You can't go ham, and so that's going to be awesome. Cannot wait for that. And the other little thing that they had to add to the different fighters you could pick is they have featured fighters, which they have little pluses next to the name. So I just can assume that if you pick those fighters, you are going to get some sort of bonus for doing so. So that's really cool way to encourage people to pick other types of fighters and not use the same fighter over and over. But that is basically the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really want to thank you guys for all the support on the channel and all the likes and all the comments. Keep them coming, guys. More videos on the way. Until next time, this has been MMA Game. Hey!